Most people don't get divorced because they married the wrong person. They get divorced because they never asked the right questions. That's the lie no one tells you. They tell you love conquers all. They tell you chemistry is enough. They tell you when you know, you know. And then, 3 years later, you're staring at a stranger in your kitchen, wondering how the person who once swore loyalty now feels like a negotiated truce. Marriage doesn't destroy people. Secrets do. Unasked questions do. Avoided conversations do. Romantic blindness does. Here's the brutal truth. Most people don't ignore red flags. They rebrand them as passion. They date with their eyes closed and call it love. And then they act shocked when the bill comes due. Because marriage is not where problems begin. It's where they compound. Today isn't about romance. It's about survival. Because there are 5 questions that, if asked early, will expose everything someone is hiding. And the terrifying part, the moment you ask them, some people will change right in front of you. They'll hesitate, deflect, joke, get irritated, tell you you're thinking too much. If that happens, run. Let's begin. Question 1. What does commitment actually mean to you? This sounds innocent, soft, safe. It's not. It's a nuclear device, because everyone says they want commitment until commitment costs them something. To one person, commitment means I choose you. To another, it means I choose you until someone better appears. Some people want loyalty from you, but freedom for themselves. They want you to be a locked door while they remain a revolving one. And here's the trap. They never say that out loud. They imply, they blur, they keep it vague enough to deny later. So you must force clarity. What does loyalty look like to you? What counts as disrespect? If someone flirts with you, how do you respond? If someone flirts with me, what do you expect? This isn't interrogation. This is future-proofing your life. Because marriage without aligned expectations isn't love. It's a slow-motion car crash with romantic music playing. If they answer clearly, calmly, without defensiveness, you're dealing with an adult. If they get irritated, call you controlling, say, "Why are you making this so serious?" Congratulations, you've just met someone who wants the benefits of commitment without the cost. And that never ends well. So ask yourself, are you afraid of asking questions or afraid of hearing answers? Because avoidance always feels easier than truth, until truth shows up anyway. Question 2. What are you like on your worst days? Anyone can be lovable when life is good. That means nothing. Marriage is not built in the highlight reel. It's built in the random Tuesday nights, the bad weeks, the days when stress turns people into someone else. Here's the ratio no one prepares you for. Marriage is about 80% ordinary days, 15% great days, and 5% days that feel like a psychological horror film. So who are they when they're tired, when they're overwhelmed, when they feel disrespected? Do they shut down or lash out? Communicate or disappear? Take responsibility or externalize blame? This isn't drama. This is risk assessment. Because relationships don't collapse on good days. They collapse on the days no one posts about. If someone can't regulate their emotions, they will regulate them through you. And hear this clearly. If someone refuses to talk about their worst version of themselves, that is their worst version. Silence is not maturity, it's concealment. So ask yourself, can this person sit with discomfort, or do they need to escape it at your expense? Because the answer determines your future. Question 3. What is your real relationship with money? Love does not pay bills. Attraction does not fix debt. Chemistry does not undo bad habits. Money is not just currency. It's behavior, impulse control, delayed gratification, emotional maturity. You need to know, do they save or spend to soothe emotions? Do they have debt and why? Are they financially independent or floating on hope and vibes? Do they invest or consume? Marriage doesn't solve money problems. It magnifies them. One responsible partner plus one reckless one equals resentment with compound interest. This question reveals something critical. Are you marrying a builder or a burden? A teammate or a financial liability? A partner or a parasite in slow motion? Don't fall for speeches. Watch patterns. Anyone can talk discipline, very few live it. And here's a paradox most people ignore. You can love someone deeply and still drown with them. So ask yourself, are you choosing love or choosing chaos disguised as passion? Because your nervous system already knows the answer. And we're only halfway through. Because the next questions don't just test compatibility, they expose destiny. Part 2. The questions that decide your life. We ended part 1 with a hard truth. Love is not enough. Chemistry is not enough. Good intentions are not enough. If they were, divorce courts wouldn't be full. Now we move into the questions that determine who you become after marriage, not just who you marry. Question 4. What are your long-term non-negotiables? This is where fantasies go to die. People love to say, we'll figure it out when we get there. That sentence has destroyed more lives than betrayal ever did. Because later is where misalignment hides. Non-negotiables are not preferences. They are identity-level decisions. Kids or no kids, religion or none, traditional roles or modern partnership, career ambition or domestic priority, city or countryside, stability or constant movement. You cannot compromise on these without amputating part of yourself. And yet, people do it every day. They stay silent to keep the peace. They postpone clarity to preserve attraction. They hope love will bend reality. It doesn't. It fractures people instead. Marriage is not a fairy tale. It's a partnership. And partnerships only work when both people walk in with truth, not fantasies. So ask the questions, all 5. Not later, not after engagement, not when it's too awkward. Now. And remember this final truth. Some people will answer every question perfectly and still not be right for you. That's why you don't just listen. You watch behavior. You track consistency. You trust patterns over charm. Because marriage doesn't ruin people. Choosing the wrong person does. And your intuition? It's not dramatic. It's data. Ignore it and you'll pay in years. Listen to it and you save a lifetime. Choose wisely.